of the greatest project management and problem-solving stories in our history. I move to my next topic, which is why do we need a project management certification, and why are we, what is the right time to do for it. But before I move to the details of this slide, I would throw my second surprise question at you. And my question is, what are the triple constraints in a project? I repeat, what are the triple constraints in a project? Okay, you can type down your answers in the Q&A, and I shall continue because I'm not waiting for this answer. So, although there are in all 6 constraints, but I'm looking for the 3 primary constraints in a project. Now, continuing back to my current slide. So, when is the right time for a certification? Is it when you are trying to enter into the world of project management? That is, you are a newcomer. You have always been into business as usual, doing enhancements and all that. But now you are taking a career choice and you choose to be in the line of project management. Okay, sounds familiar? So again, yes, this is a good time. Or when your project management career is already firmly established, is that also a good time? I will say yes. Doing a certification is the cherry on top of your resume that shows that to your peers and maybe to your organization and maybe to your customers also, that you have certified knowledge and experience. It confirms that project management experiences that you have are not just coincidence. They are not mere coincidence, but due to a variety of proven abilities and are sustainable and will be consistent. See, as we are moving towards globalization, all of us are working in the scenarios where our customer sits far, far away from us. They don't know me, they don't know you. They don't know how we operate. What they understand and believe in are the global certifications, which they recognize and which they have faith in, because they know if the person is at an ISO level or at a CMM level or whatever, it speaks volumes about the credibility of the person or the organization. Okay. It also shows that whatever you are doing, the science and art of the game, people are able to trust your abilities better. Also, nowadays certification has become a de facto standard in many organizations. The customers ask it by the name, that I want a PMP certified project manager, or I want a Prince 2 practitioner to be running my project. So how a certification helps, if you ask me this, I will give you 3-point answer. It makes your name stand out in a stack of resumes, so certification does become a key differentiator. Over the years, you tend to develop your own style and preferences, which may mean you may have good habits as well as bad habits. See, we have been working projects in our own way. So we develop habits, both good and bad. Certification reinforces the good stuff and provides standards and structure to change the bad habits. So it's a kind of it's a water check for you to get aligned onto the good practices. Okay. And third point, it provides a solid base that makes it easier to introduce change to internal methods and processes. So when you know about a standard which is proven outside, it is much easier for you to convince your management and your peers to follow a particular standard method or process. And people listen to you. When you are certified, people see you as an expert and they give you that benefit of doubt. Okay, now I move on to my core topic, which is comparing Prince 2 and PMP. Okay? I'll go one by one. So PRINCE2 is an acronym and it stands for Projects in Controlled Environment, and 2 is for the second version.